Hi love, so this is a short video showing you guys how I build my middle piece for the top and the bottom section on the bloom skirt. So I'm going to be working in the back post stitching between petal A and B. So I am going to count 2 stitches from the join. This is a join, so 1, this is 0, 1, 2. So I'm starting in this stitch. I'm going to be working in the back post. Usually I see people working here, but I want a little bit more sturdiness, so I'm using the 2 back post stitches. Right, I'm gonna pull my yarn through like so and hold on to it. Then I'm going to do a double crochet into that joint stitch right here. I'm holding on to the end of the stitch just to make sure the knot doesn't come through the hole. Okay, so this is my first double crochet stitch. I'm going to do another one in that same joint stitch. I'm going to do one more, but in the process of doing this double crochet stitch, I will be joining it onto the other side on the petal B. I'm still going into the 2 back post stitches. So after I have done my yarn over, let's start over again. Yarn over, push through the joint stitch, pull up some yarn on my hook, and I should have 3 loops. So I'm going into the second joint stitch. I start counting from here, 0, 1. No, I'm going into the first one, my bad, 0, 1. So right here, pushing my hook through the 2 back post stitches, pulling yarn on my hook, pulling it through the same stitch, then pulling it through 2 of the loops on my hook, like so. I'm going into the next stitch, the stitch above, pushing my hook through the 2 back post stitches, grabbing yarn, pulling it through the same stitch and to the last 2 loops on my hook. And this is the first row. So I'll be doing I think it's about 2 more rows of double crochet using the same method. So I'm slip stitching into the back post of 2 more stitches. This is 1, this is 2. I'm turning my work over, then I'm doing 2 double crochets into this first stitch, double crochet stitch. That's 1, that's 2. I'm putting 1 into the middle stitch, 1, and 2 more into the end stitch. That's 1, but on the last stitch of doing the 2 double crochet stitches in the end stitch, in the last stitch, I'm going to be joining. Same method. I'm pushing through the 2 back post stitches, pull my yarn through the stitch and through 2 loops, go into the stitch above, push my hook through the 2 back post stitches, pull my yarn through 2 and pull it through the 2 loops. So this is the second row. So I'm pushing my hook through another stitch, the next stitch, doing a slip stitch, repeating again, slip stitch, turning my work over, doing 2 double crochet stitches into the 2 end stitches and 1 double crochet stitch for the stitches in between, just like so. Alright, in that last stitch I'm joining to the side again, just like that. Okay, let's repeat this for 1 more row. We're gonna have 4 rows of double crochet, and I said 3 before, my bad, it's actually 4 rows and then 1 row of single crochet to just seal it off. But let's repeat this again 1 more time. Slip stitch into 2, turn the work over, but in this last stitch here I like to put 1 double crochet in each of the stitches because I don't want it to stretch too much. I still want it to have a bit of tightening so it doesn't lose the shape altogether. So that's one double crochet in each stitch across. In the last double crochet, I'm joining it like that. Good. Oh, my bad. Let's do this over again. Good. I'm going to do a slip stitch into one, just one. I'm going to turn my work around and I'm going to do a single crochet in each stitch across. And I'm at my last single crochet stitch. I'm just gonna push my hook through the back pole stitches, pull through all loops like that, and do a chain to just secure it off. So this is how it should look, just like this. I'm gonna do the same thing for here. So we're doing the same thing, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so the only difference between doing the top and the bottom is that in the fourth row, I'm still going to be increasing in the side. So I'm putting 2 double crochet into the first stitch. Then I'm gonna put 1 double crochet all the way across for each stitch. And in this last stitch here, I'm putting 2 double crochets and I'm joining that last double crochet to the other flower petal, right? Okay, so instead of doing a border of single crochet up here, I'm doing 1 more row of double crochet because I want more coverage for the bottom than the top. But in this one, I am putting 3 slip stitches. I'm slip stitching into 3 stitches instead of 2. So once you have done that, let's flip the work. Right? Still 2 double crochets in the corner stitch and fill each stitch across with 1 double crochet each. You want to tighten your tension here. I like to make these stitches as tight as possible. Alright. When we're at the end stitch now, we're going to put 2 double crochets. However, when we're doing the last double crochet, here's what we're going to do. In the first stitch, we're going to pull through only 1 loop. In the second stitch, we're going to pull through 2 loops. And the last stitch, we pull through the last 2 loops. I'm going to chain 1 and fasten off, and that's it. That is it. When we have done that and we have both sides, we will then start to join. And how we join, we face the right sides together like that. So we're facing both right sides together. And here's where we're going to join on both sides. So I'll show you how to join one side, and then you can repeat the process for the other side. Alright, so in petal A, we will push our hook. We start counting from here. We're going to push our hook into the fourth stitch. So we start 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll make sure it's the same stitch on the other side also. We want to count 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And then we're going to do our single crochet stitch to join. So we're going to join all the way down. Oops. We're joining all the way down to the middle stitch right here. Remember that we did 3 single crochet stitches in that corner stitch. We're joining until we have gotten into that middle stitch there. So we do a last single crochet like that, and then we chain 1 and fasten off. So in total you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochet stitches to join. Alright, so for this stitch, for this petal, we're going to join all the way across, and we're starting in the middle single crochet stitch right here, and find it on the other side, which I believe is right here, and we're going to join all the way across using our single crochet stitch. So we are putting on 1 stitch all the way across. Alright, remember to chain 1 to fasten off and snip it. Okay, so we have joined 2 petals so far on one side, and to join the last 2 petals, this is what I call the hip petal. This is the bottom part of the skirt. We kind of join them differently. So we are joining the side of the petal. So instead of joining here, we're going to join right here. So I like to flip it over so I can start at the edge. I'm going to find the center stitch right here. Okay. I'm going to get ready to do my single crochet. And I'm only single crocheting for 4 stitches. I'm only joining 4 stitches together. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. So this is how one side will look so far, to give you guys an idea. And then now we will make our loops here, and how we do that is putting her hook into that same center stitch that we did. Just like that. And we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip a stitch and do a single crochet into the 3rd stitch. So I like to count like this. 1, 2, 3. Single crochet right here. After that, we're going to do another single crochet in the stitch after it. Then we're going to chain 3 again. Skip a stitch. Do a single crochet and another single crochet. So this is how it looks so far. We're going to continue, chain 3, skip a stitch, single crochet, single crochet. We're going to chain 3, skip a stitch, and we're going to do a slip stitch right here in this stitch beside the joint. We're going to slip stitch over into the stitch beside the joint on the other side, like so. And then we're going to chain 3 again. Chain 3, skip a stitch, single crochet, single crochet. So we're just repeating what we did on this side to this side. Chain 3, skip a stitch, single crochet, single crochet. Chain 3, skip a stitch, single crochet, single crochet. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip a stitch, and do a slip stitch into the middle single crochet stitch that we did right here. After that, we can chain 1, fasten off. That's it. So we repeat everything that we did on this side to this side.